Do you know that sinking feeling you get when you do something embarrassing, like peeing your pants at the age of 13 in the middle of a crowded supermarket? Or maybe forgetting a speech in the middle of it, and instead of just continuing like nothing happened, you scuttle off the stage in shame? Well, we're going to talk about that today. Now, I've done a lot of embarrassing things in my past, but nothing was quite as embarrassing as publishing my first game. At that time, the projects I was making were not good enough for Steam, not by any stretch of the imagination. So, when I discovered that you could publish games on sites like Congregate for ad revenue, I was a powerhouse trying to push out games to get a taste of that sweet ad revenue. The first hellspawn of this money grabbing plan was Shoot 'em Deer. It was a product of my obsession with this iOS game and obsession with first person shooters. Like with my story about time traveling commandos, the scope of this project is way too wide to begin with. I imagined an open world, real time hunting game with day and night cycles. Instead, I ended up with a product you could barely call a prototype, much less a finished product. In this game, you played as a hunter who couldn't hit the broadside of a barn from 10 feet away. It was just an all around lazy game. However, for some reason, I didn't get the bashing I deserved. A majority of the comments on Congregate were actually very positive, which was surprising because I guess people just don't know a shit game when they see it. Or it was probably just because I said it took 2 weeks to make it and that I wasn't very serious about it, even though in reality, it took about 2 months. I think that the worst part of the whole experience was watching the rating of my game go down. Of course, you give yourself 5 stars to begin with, but once someone gives you a 2-star review and then a 1-star review, your morale starts to go down. This embarrassment can be easily avoided, and I'll give you the secret on how to avoid it. Here it is. Just ignore it. Learn from the embarrassment from this game, and then see why people disliked it, and then fix those reasons for the next game. Eventually, you're going to be so calloused by embarrassment that it'll feel so normal when you do have a disastrous event in the future. Of course, this is speculation. Instead of becoming callous from the embarrassment, I became scarred, and now I have a layer of scar tissue protecting me from all the haters. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll be different though.